Are you in the market for a condo this year in the Kelowna area, or maybe you're thinking about selling? Then this video is for you. I'm going to be going over the current market stats for the Kelowna area condos, what's happening right now, and also what's happened in the past. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, I am a local realtor here in the Kelowna area, so I'd love to help you out. If you don't have an agent, I have left a link down below in the description where you can book a one-on-one appointment with me there. And if you do get any value out of this video, I ask you to drop a like and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on my future videos. Alright, so let's take a look at what's happening now with the condo market in the first quarter of 2024. So prices at the end of March ended out at $496,000, and that brings prices back to about mid-January of 2022. And as you can see, since that time, it's been quite the roller coaster in condo prices and really across prices across all property types. So since the peak in March of 2022, which it peaked out at about $554,000, we're down about 10.5% since that time. So if you did happen to buy during this huge bubble here that we had, and actually 2023 had a little bubble there as well. So if you did happen to buy during that time, hopefully you can just wait it out until prices are back to that all-time high again. Now, as it stands right now, we are currently in a buyer's market with 691 active listings, and this is actually split out between 28% owner occupied, so the rest really are investment properties, tenanted or vacant. 61% of those are vacant or tenanted, and I did split it out as well. 11% of those are new builds. So it seems the majority of the condos that are on the market are those people who have had a secondary home. We're seeing more and more of the properties that were short-term rentals coming up as well. Not a lot, but they are slowly coming up, and they're not selling so far. The ones that are on Sunset Boulevard or Sunset Drive, and the ones in Playa del Sol in the Lower Mission, seeing more and more of those come up. Now, if you're in the market to buy a condo, the list to sale price ratio is at 97%, meaning you're getting about, on average, 3% off of the list price. And if you are a seller and you have your condo on the market, or you're thinking about putting your condo on the market, you can expect on average for it to sit on the market right now about 60 days. Now, as I mentioned, we are in a buyer's market, so we have about 8.5 months of inventory, meaning if no other condos hit the market right now, it would take about 8.5 months for all of the condos that are listed right now to sell off. Now, if we shift from what's happening now to the condo market over time, in the last 6 months, prices have dropped about 3%. The short term, in my opinion, is not that big of a deal, but it is good to see, where prices are going from here. So in the last 12 months, we did see prices. So if you did buy in the last year, you've seen an increase of about 2.2% in your condo. And in the last 3 years, especially because of that big jump we had in 2022, you're at about just under 22% increase there. And if you bought in the last 5 years, you're up about 43.7%. Now, if you are new to either investing or you're looking to get your first home, that is not typical. Seeing 43% increase in 5 years is definitely not typical. Do not expect that. And that's why I've listed here the 10-year average and the 20-year average. So the 10-year average, because of that big bubble that we had here in 2021 and 2022, between the whole pandemic thing. So between 2020 and really the beginning of 2022, and once rates started going up in April of 2022, then that's when we saw prices come down. So the 10-year average is just under 10%. So on average, you've gained just under 10% per year. And if we drag that out further, which is more typical of what you would expect in a housing market here in Canada, and this goes across a lot of the markets in the major cities in Canada, like in the major cities in Ontario, like Toronto and Vancouver area as well, they're around the 6% on average per year. And that's what we're seeing here too in the Okanagan, is the 20-year average is at just over 6%. So it's nice to have all this data, what prices are doing right now, what they've done in the past, but I want to bring to light actual condos that are for sale on the market right now. So I'm going to be going over a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom properties I think are great buys right now. So I'm just over on realtor.ca, obviously a completely public website. I'm going to be going over these 3 listings on realtor.ca, and if you'd like a list of condos, say you have specific criteria, price range, bedrooms, bathrooms, all that sort of thing, I do have a link down below in the description where you can sign up on my website and you'll get listings sent to you specifically for what you want. So you just have to sign up with your email, put in your criteria there, and that'll spit you out some condos that are available in your area and anything new that hits the market as well. All right, so the first property that I picked here is actually in West Kelowna, and this is a 1-bedroom unit. The reason I picked this one is because it's short-term rental exempted. West Kelowna is completely separate from Kelowna. They're completely separate cities, so they do have different bylaws in terms of what they've allowed for short-term rentals. And this property here at Skyview Lane is on Indigenous land, so they have completely separate rules from the province and from the cities altogether. And this one does allow short-term rentals, and if you've been following the news at all, short-term rentals are basically completely banned in Kelowna, other than a few properties, 498 properties that they've allowed to keep licensed. You just can't apply for any new licenses, and you're not even allowed to do it in secondary units anyway. So this property is potentially, and I can't promise anything, but potentially going to be a little gold mine because there's not a lot of short-term rentals anymore in Kelowna. So this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, $395,000, so under that $400,000 mark. And because it is on the Indigenous land, there's no property transfer tax and no GST to be paid either. So saving thousands of dollars right off the bat. And this unit here, it's been on the market for 40 days, so under that average of 60 days, and you're at 636 square feet for this 1-bedroom unit. And I'll just go through a few pictures. If you want to look it up on your own, I'll either, if I remember, I'll link it down below in the description, and or you just search this MLS number or the address and it'll come up if you're watching this before it sells, of course. But this is the property here. So I believe this one does have a bit of a lake view as well. So nicely updated. And the view from this one, I just want to see before I go to the next one. Yeah, you got a bit of a lake view there. So from the balcony. And this property does have amenities as well. So not just, you're not just the short-term rental. You do have pool, hot tub, tennis courts, basketball courts. This is the whole amenity center here. It's huge. So you get all this, no property transfer tax, no GST, just straight price. And yeah, big amenity center. And then you got the lake, couple minutes, probably 5-10 minutes down the road, depending on the traffic. So yeah, great buy there. 1-bedroom, 1-bath, $395,000. And property number 2 is the 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, just on the other side of Kelowna this time. This one's in Lake Country. Promise the next one will be in Kelowna. This is, 2-bed, 2-bath, and the reason I picked this one is because they've done a huge price drop. I've actually been in this condo. I showed it to a client of mine. Wasn't exactly what she wanted, but since I showed it, this was listed at over $500,000, and now it's under $460,000. So they've done a huge price drop. It's a top floor corner unit, 2-bed, 2-bath at over. Let me move my head. Just under 1,200 square feet. So huge condo, 2-bed, 2-bath, top floor, vaulted ceilings as you can see here as well, and corner unit, and you actually overlook, you're on the quiet side of the building. Not that it's really loud up there, but you are on just on the, you know, as you can see through the window there, you're looking at the trees and you're looking west. So the lake's actually just beyond these trees here. And you can see it just a little peekaboo, from what I remember, a little peekaboo lake view through those trees. And I'll just show you just a few pictures of what you can expect in this property. So it was built in 2008, so not even that old. Too bad. So it was built in 2008, not even that old. You can see those. You can see those vaulted ceilings, wide open. You get just under 1,200 square feet. You do not see that, especially in the new builds, for under especially under 500,000. You do not see those that size. Usually they're around 800 and maybe 900 square feet for a 2-bed, 2-bath in a new build. And this property does have amenities as well. Not a pool or anything. It does have this amenity room, which has pool. I think it was a pool table or foosball table, or both. A gym downstairs as well. And then if you had guests over, you can rent out the room here instead of, you know, if you have more than what you would want in your condo, you can rent it out. And yeah, just have a little party. A little library there as well. Yeah, in my opinion, great value here. You're just outside of Kelowna. You're about 10 minutes to the airport. And then downtown, you're probably 20-25 minutes depending on traffic. And last but not least, we have our 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. This one's located in the Lower Mission at 600 Starsons Road. And the reason I picked this one is if you're looking to downsize, this is downsize without compromise. This one is perfect. You still got the space at, what was it? Just over, you're at 1,775 square feet, 3-bed, 3-bath, two stories as well. So I'll just go through some pictures just so you can see. And I'll just slide this over. There we go. So just so you can see, you know, obviously without seeing it in person, highly recommend seeing it in person if you are looking to downsize and get into a condo with, you know, you don't have that yard to deal with anymore, but you still want the space. So 17-foot ceilings in this place. You got this cool stairwell and mezzanine up top. Bright kitchen. Curved stairwell there. Really neat. Tell a lot of thought went into this, into building this property. Yeah, the view from above. And then very well staged. I believe that's the primary bedroom. And then you have an outdoor space as well. Large decks in this complex. And I'll just show you this property does have amenities as well, with pool and with those doors that open up. In the summertime, there are little garage doors that open up, so you can have your friends and family over. And this does have a meeting room or a common area room as well, and has, where is it? It has a gym too. Yeah, so full facility gym, and then the lake's literally, like I said, like a block away. So great property if you're looking to downsize. So I'll end it there for my market update for condos in the Kelowna area. Again, if you are looking for a realtor, looking to buy, sell, invest, like that short-term rental property there on the west side, I'd love to help you out. My link down below in the description to my calendar where you can book a one-on-one appointment with me there. And if you did get any value out of this video, I invite you to drop a like and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on my future videos. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.